Yo, what is up, NBA fans? I am here, the 2-for-1 show.
Live,
we actually finally got 2-for-1 today.
Real 2-for-1.
You know, shout out to the homie Darius who was on the last episode of the 2-for-1 show.
By the way, I do
appreciate
love the
it.
Skype vibe though. I really
I do. No,
Skype
it's
vibe.
cool. It's cool.
I do love the Skype vibe.
Yeah, somebody's like, are y'all gonna ever do a show where y'all talk to each other again?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
We are.
Hoops and Brews tomorrow. It will go up live on the channel at 3 p.m. Pavy was away. Go ahead, talk to the people.
Yeah, I'm happy to be back in the studio.
Thank you for joining me on the 2-for-1 show.
Of course.
A nightly NBA recap every night. You can find this on the Hoops and Brews channel every night that I'm available. I will be doing this. I love doing it. You guys seem to really, really like it, really enjoy it. Usually I have a guest. Pavy joined me pretty much every day this week. The homie Darius joined us last episode. That was a classic.
No, it's
Darius is
hilarious, bro. We gotta
he's
get Darius.
hilarious, bro.
Like, bro, we have
Darius
to get
is
Darius
absolutely hilarious. He really is.
We have to get Darius. We have to
do.
get Darius on once.
We do. He's hilarious. He's absolutely hilarious. He was getting jokes off. I don't even remember what he was saying. I just remember laughing.
The last 15, 20 minutes of it was straight jokes.
Really? I didn't even watch it.
Straight jokes.
I didn't even rewatch it.
But it's like a very proper Friday night program. It's like, what would you want to hear
Yeah.
if you could hear a show about the NBA right before you go out?
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And that's also why I feel like it did so well. But yes, this is a 2-for-1 show. Welcome, fans. I appreciate you all for joining us live. We are here. It is November 3rd, 2019 in LA right now. Currently, we are going to recap tonight's night of NBA action. Pavy actually covered the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Utah Jazz game. Your first game of the season?
Yes, it was my first time seeing Kawhi live.
Okay.
And seeing Kawhi live is like, I think I tweeted. Actually, I actually did tweet. He goes at his own pace.
Yeah.
It's like no matter what's going on in the game,
Yep.
Kawhi is being Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
And usually, for the most part, you rarely ever see Kawhi take a shot that he didn't want to take.
Yeah.
Even the shots you might call quote unquote bad shots.
Yeah.
Like he meant to take that shot.
Yeah.
Like never does Kawhi, like I feel some players will let the defense tell them what shots you're gonna take. I feel like Kawhi never lets the defense tell him what shots I'm taking.
Yeah.
He takes a shot he wants to take.
Yeah, and like Kawhi, you know, if you're, the reason why you guys haven't been seeing a ton of Kawhi Leonard press conferences on our channel is because Kawhi, he goes after the game and works out and also gets a little bit of treatment for like an hour or whatever, and then he'll like finally do his regimen and come and talk to the media. So he's a guy that's very, very regimented in terms of what he does. So even tonight, you just saw some of the shots were just short. So maybe he just might not have had his legs on him in the first half. And also, I was listening to the broadcast. Shout out to Corey Maggette. He talked about how, sometimes when you play when you used to play in a 7:30 games, playing a 6 o'clock game, it kind of throw you off because it's a little bit earlier than the vibe you used to playing. Yeah. When you used to playing at at a certain time.
Nah,
usually Clippers games are at 7 or 7:30.
Yeah, no, it's a real, like even just being there. So I feel like those games at weird times, everything's just different. From like the fans, from like the way people even receive you, from like how chill it is. Yeah. Like even today, it felt like a more chill atmosphere. Mm-hmm. Like you have some games that feel really, really business oriented. When you're like at there. Yeah. It just felt a little bit more like it's a Sunday afternoon. Bro. Yeah. Like the game started at 6 p.m. It's literally it's a Sunday afternoon. Yeah. Like even Doc ended his press conference like, since it's a Sunday, I'm done, bro. Yeah. It's like it's just even like Lou talked for a minute after the game. Literally 1 minute and 19 seconds.
It's like I'm going home.
Like I'm going home, bro. I'm trying to get up out of here, bro. It's a Sunday, G.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday. So yeah, I think that was partly it. I think that I heard Gilbert talking about this. Like if you're in a slump, you should go shoot at 7:30 because your body is used to playing basketball at 7:30. So but their bodies aren't used to playing at 6 p.m. Yeah, and like you could tell. I mean, the first they came out, Jazz scored the first 8 points of the game. I thought Zubac was actually the real spark plug. That first quarter he had was probably one of the best first quarter, one of the best games I think or stretches he's had all season.
Yeah, I agree. I think Zubac is kind of searching for his rhythm. And some games he comes out and it's very evident kind of upfront if he's going to have a good game or not. Yeah. And some games he kind of comes out and he's like, okay, you came to play tonight. Tonight was one of those nights where I was watching the game and I felt him on the floor.
Also, the crazy part about tonight is I think Lou and Trez usually go in together at the 6 minute mark. Yeah. Trez stayed out until I think it was 2 minutes left in the quarter, 2-3 minutes left in the first. Okay. So that tells you how good Zubac's run was. Like, Zubac had a really, really good 8 to 9 minute stretch.
Yeah, he has to do that.
It started off. Jazz scored the first 8 buckets. If I'm not mistaken, Zubac scored the first 2 buckets for the Clippers. He did, and then Scott had 8 and 4 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So
it was needed.
It was needed.
Yeah, it was needed. And my stat of the night, you will hear it a little bit later on in the night. It's about a dog that is on the floor for the Los Angeles Clippers, but we'll get into that a little bit later as we go ahead. Any final thoughts on this game? Kawhi
Shout out
obviously
Tony Bradley.
dropped 30.
Shout out Tony Bradley, the Jazz backup center.
Yeah.
I think he's 2 years pro, but if I'm not mistaken, he was dealing with some injuries.
Yeah.
His first 2 years. He's a decent bench prospect. He can play. He can play. I
Yeah.
was watching him, I'm like, you know what? You can play.
He
He got a little bit destroyed in the pick and roll when they went to it a couple times, but for the fact that Gobert picked up his 4th foul when I think he picked it up with about 4 minutes left in the third.
Yeah.
And the fact that Tony Bradley came in a pivotal point in the game, and it wasn't. It's not like the tide switched.
Yeah.
It's like it was still steady, and I thought that actually if Ingles had the 2, biggest plays of the game. Late in the third, he missed 2 shots and had a foul, which caused Lou put Lou at the line and cut it to within 2 possessions.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if Ingles makes that first 3, with I think about 28 seconds left, and they go up 7 and they end the quarter correctly instead of being down 4, like I think that they might take this game.
Yeah, I mean, I also thought Donovan in the last 4 minutes of the game, he didn't necessarily play his best basketball.
Nah, I just think he missed some shots.
Yeah,
he missed some shots that he was making all night.
He did, but he also was, he was looking for, the foul a couple of times in that game, and I was just kind of like, you don't need
because they were in a bonus.
I understand that, but still, you thinking about, I talk about a lot on Hoops and Brews. It's a game of possessions.
Yeah.
When you come up empty on those plays where you're trying to get a foul, that's a possession that you losing at the end of the game, and then Kawhi Leonard is coming down either getting a foul or getting a score, or he's making a play for somebody else. You can't afford to make those mistakes. I even complimented Donovan and how smart he's been playing now. I even tweeted it. So for everybody out there that says that I hate Donovan Mitchell and I hate the Jazz, I even tweeted it. I was like, I like Donovan. Donovan came out this year and he's a lot better. He plays a lot smarter. But in those last 4 minutes, he kind of didn't play that well. And Mike Conley is not good anymore. He's just not good anymore. Mike Conley's just not good anymore. Y'all sold me on a dream. You want to talk about about D'Lo not being good or D'Lo being.
I don't want to say
Mike Conley is not good.
I don't want to say he's not good anymore. I just want to say that he's never played anywhere else in his career, and it's probably just rough for him right now. It's like even life wise, you spent your whole life basically in Memphis, and now you in Utah, bro.
Yeah.
You spent your whole life in Indiana, and then you go to Memphis. It's basically the same shit.
Yeah.
Mike Conley Jr. was a senior, went to my high school.
Oh, I can believe it.
Yeah, like he went to Luther's house. So you spent basically your whole everything in the Midwest. Go to Memphis, which ain't that far. Yeah. Now you moved all the way out to Utah. You got to play basketball. So you got to get reacclimated. And I got to play basketball.
I mean, look. I'm not gonna make excuses for Mike.
I'm not making an excuse.
Mike
I'm just
Conley's
saying like
a guy
it's only 6 games
that we've been talking about for years. Could potentially be an all-star, and he's not an all-star. So I need Mike Conley to come out.
But hold on. But if you think about it, like peak Mike Conley isn't really 20 points. If Mike Conley's giving you 20 points, you're losing a lot. Peak Mike Conley really is like 15 and 6, which I don't know what he had today, but it's probably around that. I mean, in the first half, Mike Conley was decent. Now down the stretch, he faded a little bit, but in the first half, Conley was decent.
I need Conley to be better than decent, though.
I agree with that. But again, it's only 6 games.
It's only 6 games, but the Jazz are the number 1 team in the NBA in terms of defense. But when I look at them, they won't be able to score with the big dogs. Like, if the Warriors were still the Warriors from last year, the Jazz would be a sweep versus the Warriors because they won't be able to score with those guys. And I actually really like Bogdanovich. I thought Bogdanovich has been playing a lot better this year. I like his grit. I like what he does on offense, just from a sheer standpoint of sometimes somebody needs to tell Donovan Mitchell, give me the ball and get the hell out of my way. And he will say, give me the ball and get the hell out of my way. And he gonna pull up for some stupid shot, but sometimes it goes in and you're like, all right, I'll live with that. But somebody has to tell Donovan Mitchell, give me the ball and get the hell out of my way. And Mike Conley don't really do that either. Mike Conley kind of act like Donovan Mitchell, little bro. And it's kind of like, I need you to be more assertive. You the vet. You the dominant guy. You the guy people saying should be an all-star. You know what I mean? Nobody's been crying over Donovan Mitchell not making an All-Star game.
No, but he's been in the discussion the past 2 years.
But nobody's been crying over him not making an All-Star.
No, but even for him to be 3 years pro and we even having
is he going to be an All-Star this year?
Possibly. I think this could be his first All-Star appearance. Possibly. He's playing better.
No Steph Curry, no Klay Thompson. D'Angelo Russell looks like
he's not
pudding.
D-Lo's
Donovan Mitchell is currently 13th in the league right now, averaging 27.5 points per game, shooting 52% from the field goal range. That's what I want to see, and shooting 44% from the three-point line. If he play like that the rest of the season, yes, he's an all-star. If he play like that the rest of the season, if he play like that the rest of the season, I will never slander that man again.
Nah, if he does
Donovan
that the rest
Mitchell,
of the season,
you finish this season averaging 25, shooting shooting above 48% from the field goal range and above 38% from three, and with a higher PER than 25, I will never slander you again.
That's incredible season. I would say Donovan Mitchell, if he finishes with about 25 points, he can shoot 47% from the field. Well, he can shoot 46% from the field and 36% from three. And give me, how many assists is he giving me right now?
Donovan Mitchell is giving you 4 points. He's giving you 3.3 assists right now.
If he can give me 3.9 assists, give me 4 rebounds, and give me a steal, I'm cool with that.
Man.
Because even when the real heights come out for him to be 6'1", doing what he's doing makes it crazy.
Yeah.
It's like you're really just 6'1", bro. Like you're not like you really should be playing point guard.
I'm not upset.
You really should be playing point guard.
I'm not upset at that. But let's talk about Kawhi. Kawhi is currently number 2 in the NBA in PER this year with a 35 PER. He's currently averaging 29 points per game. What are your thoughts on Kawhi Leonard? I mean, obviously you saw him tonight. We're recapping tonight's action. The Clippers beat the Utah Jazz. What were your thoughts of just seeing him in person? Because I've actually gotten to see. I think I've watched 3 games of him playing in person now.
Yeah.
So I've been able to just like really get to. He makes plays where I'm in the media booth and I'm standing. Like I couldn't imagine being there when Blake was doing what Blake was doing. Like Kawhi is more of obviously just like more on the on the outer parts in terms of his greatness. But I couldn't imagine seeing Blake dunk on Kendrick Perkins.
Nah, it was 2 plays tonight. Like that lob Donovan Mitchell almost caught. And then the one when he went up on Trez, I thought it was gonna happen to him. Like he went up on Trez. I thought it was gonna happen. I literally was like, oh, I was like, damn, I gotta remember I'm in the media seats, but who can't bro, that was amazing.
I don't care. I react. It's great. I react for both teams though. I actually genuinely when I'm in a media booth, I root for both teams. Like I was rooting for the Hornets.
I like seeing good basketball.
Don't get me wrong. I'm there to watch the Clippers obviously because we have to analyze them because we're covering them. But I'm never there just openly rooting for either team. I root for both teams. Nah. When they was playing the Warriors, guess what? When KD was giving them work, I was standing up like this man KD going crazy. KD going crazy.
For me, it's about appreciating basketball. Yeah. It's one of the coolest things about being there is you get a free NBA game, bro. Yeah. You know how many times in life you would have went to an NBA game if you just could have. Yeah. It's I maybe went to 4 games growing up, and I really I remember those 4 games, and I was really happy to go.
I've paid for a lot of Clippers tickets. I have a Clippers ticket with. I don't even know where they at.
With Paul Pierce on it?
No, not with Paul Pierce. It's
when we almost saw Paul Pierce lose his limbs.
No, not that one.
Bro, remember when he got rocked, but dude missed a shot?
Yeah,
his legs was wobbly though. It was wobbly.
It would have been bad.
Wobbly. He makes that shot, that is a top 10 crossover of that year.
have Clippers tickets with people on it that I don't even remember their name. Seriously, I want to in this box. Go ahead, continue talking about.
But still, it's so me. I'm always there appreciating basketball because there was so many times in life in which I wanted to go to a game and maybe I wasn't able to go, and I remember those moments and I love going to those games. So even though I'm covering it, just watching Kawhi, just as a fan of basketball, the thing about him for me is that he goes at his own pace.
He does.
So it's no matter how fast the game is, how slow the game is, how whatever. Kawhi is doing what Kawhi wants to do. Yeah. And he never takes a shot that he didn't want to take.
Paul George needs to play with someone like that.
I feel
Paul George the opposite.
Yeah, I feel a lot of people, even if they make a shot, the defense wanted you to take that shot, you just hit that tough shot. Yeah. Even if Kawhi is hitting tough shots, that's the tough shot that he chose to take. Yeah. Because he knows I'm that good.
Yeah.
And also, I'm gonna shout out Gilder. Like he brought up his point about Kawhi, like he has a natural fade on his shots. So I'm watching him, and also he was like, yeah, like he's not the most athletic guy, so he's like just gonna shoot over anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not gonna do that. But even you can tell, like first quarter, if I'm not mistaken, they had Donovan on him, and Kawhi was like out there, but he wasn't like doing too much.
Yeah.
And then like Royce O'Neal switched on him, and like I think Quinn Snyder's thinking was Royce O'Neal is my best perimeter defender.
I actually talked about it during the halftime. Royce O'Neal was garbage in that game.
But listen,
he was terrible at halftime.
Real
he was
quick.
absolutely awful at
Real
halftime,
quick.
and he was awful to finish that game. But go
Real
ahead.
quick, I don't think it's that he was bad against Kawhi. I just think that like he's too small. It's like Kawhi's 6'8", very, very long arms, and he has a natural fade on his jump shots. When Kawhi elevates, he can't even see Royce O'Neal.
Royce O'Neal didn't even score in the game, bro.
But
he didn't even score.
But listen, like
him and George
he only
ain't
took
the only
4 shots.
two.
But listen,
He played 34 minutes and didn't score.
But look, it wasn't really his job to shoot the ball in that game. I think the shots he took, he was supposed to take. He just missed them. I don't have an issue with it. I think like Royce O'Neal was out there in that game to play defense, and it's like I'm not gonna blame him for getting cooked because there was nothing he could do about it. It's like he made the man take tough shots. It's just like if that man gonna make that, and it's not like Kawhi was getting easy looks.
Yeah.
It's like now you could tell again Kawhi wanted to shoot those shots, but they weren't easy. It wasn't like they were wide open looks.
Yeah.
Somebody was in his face for every shot. It's just like, bro, I'm elevating and I can't see you, bro. You're too small.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about Kawhi. It's like the Michael Jordan comparisons, I get them. Even there was a move in which he did that. It's a game on YouTube. I know they're in a garden. I think it's like a game from '96 in which Mike hit somebody with like a post like shimmy shake, and the man like he went bink and then came back, and the man literally hit the floor. Like Mike's defender hit the floor, like fell down, and Mike pulled it. I was like, Jesus Christ. Kawhi did the same thing because he's not as athletic as Mike. The defender didn't hit the floor, but the defender was over there, and Kawhi's in the air making a bucket.
Yeah.
I think it was Kawhi's first bucket.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoo.
Yeah.
Whoo.
He still hasn't been shooting that well from the field. The past couple games, he's been definitely jacking up the shots, but
they need to do that.
No,
though,
but it's not even that. He's second in the league right now in PER, so he's still very efficient even in what he does. And the craziest part is when PG comes back, he'll be taking instead of around 25 to 28 shots.
He's taking 18.
18, 19.
And bro,
him and PG.
He's gonna go
fit
like,
right in with each other.
I think he might go 54 90 this season.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think he might do it. I remember me and Skyler was having this discussion. I think he might go 54 90 this season. I think he might. In this season. I think he might.
Currently, he's shooting 47.7% from the field goal range, 35.5% from the three-point line, and 86% from the free throw.
Or at least very close.
He's not going to do that.
Okay, maybe
he's
not.
Gonna do
okay,
that.
maybe not.
He's
but
not going to do that.
Probably not. Okay, you got me on that one. Maybe not, but very close to it. Like very, very close to it. That when you look back, you won't even realize how efficient that season really was for how much he's shooting the ball and for the shots that he's taking.
I'm not
like he might go 49, 38, 88.
Yeah.
Like that's mad close, bro.
Yeah. Currently, Kawhi Leonard is taking 22.5 shots per game. He's taking 23.8 shots per game at home.
And look, I'm gonna tell you.
It's a lot.
Look, I'm gonna tell you. I went out before the game. And I got to the court and I'm like, oh, that's PG shooting the ball.
Yeah.
Let me just stand and watch it. So, I took a little bit of video, but for the most part, I was just sitting and just watching PG. Yeah. He looked good.
Yeah.
Like, he looked good. When you watch him shoot, I can't tell he had shoulder surgery. He looked fluid. He looked in shape. So PG coming back. And even like a game like tonight was a game where it's like, if PG is here, this is a 20-point win.
When do you think PG comes back?
Well, allegedly he's going to start playing 5-on-5 this week.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
The doc said he's going to start playing 5-on-5 this week.
Uh-oh.
So if I had to put a timetable, what is
it?
It's November 3rd. I would say by the 20th he might be back.
I can't wait to go to them practices. I'm there early.
Look, man. You know
they gonna have a Chick-fil-A.
Like, look,
shout out to the club.
Shut up. Like, look, man. I was watching that man play some basketball. Watching him shoot the ball. I'm like, even I'm watching the game. Like, I really wanted to ask somebody. I would have if I didn't have more time to talk. But like, is this the type of like today? Did this game show you what PG's real value would be on this team.
Yeah.
Like did it show you how valuable it would be? Because, like, Lou didn't shoot the ball well. Kawhi didn't shoot the ball. Nobody really shot the ball well.
Yeah.
Like, they shot the ball terribly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, they did that because even with Kawhi, they can make it tough for him. So, like, you bring Kawhi to the hole and you show Gobert.
Yeah.
So, it's like now, like, yeah, he can see over Royce O'Neal, but now he can't go straight to the rim because Gobert's right there.
Yeah.
And, like, even if Gobert steps up, that's 7-2. Like, now I probably actually can't see the rim. But most teams don't. But most teams don't have two elite perimeter defenders.
Mm-hmm.
You may have one, but most teams don't have two.
Yeah.
And it's like they have so many combinations. Like, even I saw, I was watching it, and I'm like, yo, Patrick Beverly is really gonna. If I was coaching against the Clippers and I'm in a playoff series, I'm trapping PG and Kawhi on everything. I'm making them get a ball up. Now if they got one other shooter out there, I'm getting to him. But Pat Bev, I'm not even guarding him.
Yeah, you told me
if
that.
If he in the corner, I'm not guarding him.
But that's the thing. I don't think Pat Bev is going to be in the game in those situations. I think Landry has to shoot better.
That's fair.
He played a little bit better today.
That's true.
I think in those instances, Landry Shamet will be on the floor.
I agree with that.
And when Landry plays in those games,
or
I
Mo,
think that they will
depending on the size they need.
Yeah. But I mean, with Mo, I don't know, because I think that Landry has the ability to actually create a play and not actually start the play. I don't see Mo Harkless as being a guy that can start a play. I think when Kawhi and PG are on the floor, you're going to need somebody to start a play. Pat Bev can also start a play. Like, he's not inept at starting plays. He's played point guard. That's what he does. So I do think that they will need someone out there that can start a play, and I think Landry is that guy. Doc talked about how serious Landry is and how much of a business and work ethic he goes about playing the game. Everybody thinks that his wrist is hurt. So if his wrist is actually hurt, he'll get better, and when he starts shooting better, he'll be in the lineups at certain times over Pat Bev.
I know. I thoroughly.
I think versus teams like the Spurs, Pat Bev will be in the lineup.
Yeah.
But versus other teams where their other guard can because you can put Pat Bev on DeRozan. Yeah. You can kind of hide him on DeRozan because DeRozan will kill him. He might kill him in the mid range, but you will live with that.
He gonna work for that.
But even offensively, Pat Bev can probably get away from DeRozan a couple times and cut to the rim or something like that. He's not going to be able to do that on other teams versus Dame and CJ because he's going to be working so hard on offense. You know what I mean? Versus a guy like DeRozan, he's mainly going to stay in the mid-range. You don't have to run up. You don't have to chase him around screens all day long. So I think
he's going to isolate the mid-range.
Yeah, exactly. But let's go ahead. Let's talk about Bron and the Lakers. They have the best record in the NBA currently right now. They beat the San Antonio Spurs, who are currently on a 2-game losing streak after they lose versus the Lakers and versus the Clippers. What are your thoughts?
I didn't see the full game. Granted, I was at the Clippers game. I was in conversation, other things like that talking. So I didn't really get a chance to see the game. Yeah. I did see the end of the third quarter. Yeah. When I thought Derek White. Luckily he's fine. He hit the ground. Yeah. Everyone was like, "Oh, that was dirty by the way." No, it was a good contest.
Dirty. I mean, it was a hard foul.
No, it wasn't. It was
a hard foul, but it wasn't dirty. A hard foul doesn't make it dirty to me.
Fair.
That's all.
I saw that. I was like, good defense by Dwight. To me, I'm just impressed by Dwight. And what did I say? I thought Dwight would be excellent
for the Wizards. You said he would take the Wizards to the Eastern Conference Finals.
But look,
delusional.
People think Dwight is washed, and Dwight's not washed. Granted, he hasn't been healthy the past couple of years, but Dwight isn't washed. Dwight can still play basketball. Dwight had a 30 and 30 game 2 years ago, bro. A 30 and 30 game 2 years ago. So Dwight can still play basketball. So when he's coming in with the Lakers, I like the fact that, and again, he won Defensive Player of the Year 4 times in a row. Now, granted, he's not the same athletic.
4 times in a row?
Well, 4 times in general. I don't know if it was in a row.
Okay.
4 times.
4
times. Regardless.
And Wallace type.
Regardless, he won it 4 times. Like Dwight Howard, you said he's better than Patrick Ewing.
He is.
You said the man Dwight
Howard is easily better than Patrick Ewing.
To you, Dwight is a what center of all time? What number? Top what?
Top 10.
So you got a top 10 center of all time coming off your bench.
Yeah, top 10. Top 10.
So you got a top 10 center of all time.
He's healthy.
So you got a top 10 center of all time coming off your bench.
He's healthy.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
The Nets are really 2-4. That's hilarious.
Like, bro, if we doing 6 man of the year rankings, Dwight's in there. Dwight is in there.
Yeah, right now.
But look,
now.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you the reason why people won't consider it because people don't really respect defense.
Yeah.
So it's like people won't really realize what Dwight does for the Lakers.
Yeah.
But Dwight's been the best center on the Lakers. The man threw a lot to AD today. Like you saw that play, right?
Yes, I was watching.
Like Dwight has been. So the main thing
they both played great today.
The main thing that sticks out to me with the Lakers, outside of Bron, outside of AD, is Dwight.
Okay.
Dwight has been giving you great minutes every time he's in the game.
So, are the Lakers the best team in the NBA?
I can't say that.
Who's the best team in the NBA?
I can't say that for one with Philly being undefeated. I also can't say that with the Clippers. To me, I think the Clippers are the best team in the NBA. I do. I'm sorry. I do
too. And
it's not even because of the team. But it's like, bro,
Paul George is
not there. Like that man,
he's
like
on
that
a
man
bike.
is
I've
not
seen this
there,
man on a
bro.
bike and he's playing 3-on-3.
Like this team can compete for a championship
right now.
Now it would be very, very tough on Kawhi. It would look like last year. We might get down straight to the finals. He might be limping because he had to drag some people some games. Yeah. But they can still compete for a championship.
I told you that.
So you bring a man back who's not playing. But again,
who was a top 3 player in the NBA.
But again, even last year, I think the only thing they were missing even last year was a guy that could dump the ball to. I think if they'd had Kawhi on that team last year, they'd have won that series. In 6.
I'm not upset at that.
If you take Danilo off and put Kawhi on, they win in 6. Might win in 5.
Yeah.
I think they win that series.
Versus the Warriors?
Yes. I think they win that series.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, they don't.
Yes.
No, they don't.
Bro.
No, they don't.
Bro. Even game 6. I think the only thing that they missed in that series was a guy who is a flat out bucket. I love Lou Will, but in a playoff series, you can kind of scheme for Lou Will, especially when Lou Will is seeing your best perimeter defender. Like if you throwing Clay and you throwing Iggy and Lou Will like 6'1", 6'2", G, kind of skinny. Yeah. He can't get off against that. But against Kawhi, if he'll go out there and be a bucket, like the defense was great. Only thing was like he said, Doc said, yeah, we can win when Danilo and Lou shoot what they shoot, but it's really hard.
Yeah, it's really hard. Yeah, it's very hard.
He's right.
Say that. Yeah,
it's hard.
He definitely said that to me.
We can win. Yeah. But it's extremely hard. So if you put Kawhi there, so this is the team that he's dealing with.
Yeah.
And now you think about Paul George, who last time I saw the man play, the man was hooping. Only reason why he damn near didn't win MVP, because he messed up his shoulder. Yeah. If his shoulder stayed healthy the whole year, we don't know what Paul George season was.
He's still out off that same injury.
Like, if he's healthy the whole year, we don't know what the Thunder season last year looked like. If Kawhi, not Kawhi.
But even with Anthony Davis, he put up 40 and 20. Why aren't the Lakers the best team in the NBA?
You're right, because again, Kuzma and Rondo still not back. So
Kuzma's back. He's been back for 2 games. He hasn't played that well, but he's coming back.
But he did make a move today that gave me confidence in him. It was like something. It was something in the post, and it's like, if you can do that when they need a bucket from the outside, and we can trust in you, we're gonna be okay. Again, I think that Kuzma needs to play the Kyrie type role. Now, granted, I don't think he's as good as Kyrie, so I don't think that he'll put up the same type of numbers in that role. But just as far as like when we need a bucket. And we need to walk away from you, I'm gonna give you the ball we need a bucket from the perimeter.
It's gonna be tough. That's gonna be a tough one with Kyle Kuzma. I think that we really gonna have to see what he develops into, because I'm looking at this team and I like what they're doing right now. I really, really do. But I also think that the season is young. LeBron don't have that many minutes on his body yet from the season. AD don't have that many minutes on his body yet from the season. And LeBron still can't shoot. Like, he doing all this, he can't shoot now. Everybody's like, well, what if he returns to shooting? Usually, when you get older, that's one of the things that don't come back.
Shooting.
If you stop being able to shoot, you don't return. Look at Melo. Melo stopped being able to shoot, and you literally used to be like, "That's not going in, Melo. That's not going in."
I don't think Melo stopped learning how to shoot. I just think that Melo was always a volume scorer. So him taking 16 shots, it messes up his rhythm. He don't know how to shoot when he getting 16 shots.
LeBron's still taking like 20-some shots and making like 8 of them.
I mean, yeah, but I think Bron still shooting like 50-some% for the field. And even like now his 3-pointers are bad, but how many is he taking compared to other years?
Okay, let's actually look this up. Let's go back. Let's go into the stats. LeBron James, who is 14th in the NBA currently in scoring right now.
Good, because he's averaging 10 assists.
Yep. LeBron is currently averaging 11.2 assists, 25.5 points per game, 8 rebounds per game. He is taking, let's see.
He's shooting 47% from the field.
He's shooting 47% from the field and 28.1% from the 3-point line, taking 19.3 shots per game. That's a lot of shots.
How many threes, though?
He's taking 5.3 threes, which is more. I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. Yes, 5.3 threes.
And what is he shooting from the free throw line?
From the free throw line, 75%.
It's not that bad.
I mean, it's not that bad.
Look, bro. Like I honestly hate that true shooting percentage is a stat that like I look at now. I do look at it. I'm sorry. True shooting percentage stat I look at.
Shooting percentage matters, huh?
Here's why.
Okay.
Here's why.
All right.
No. It's not that it matters, but it's just like a stat that I'll also look at. Like I'm not gonna say, oh, just because you. Even with like
Harden. He's shooting worse all across the board than he did last year, except for the free throw line.
I know, like,
and he's only making 0.6 more free throws.
But listen, the fact that he's making more, like, I don't think I think Braun's having a great year. So far.
I think he is. So far.
I just think that
they're winning.
And
also he has Anthony Davis.
No, it's like that. It's just like he's finally playing point guard. Like if you think about pick and roll players, LeBron's probably the best pick and roll player in the league right now. The bounce passes he makes in the pick and roll.
James Harden is the best pick and roll player in the NBA right now. If James Harden wanted to average 15 assists, he could average 15 assists. Give James Harden Anthony Davis. Give James Harden Anthony Davis. That's a championship.
I hear you, but also...
Actually, I take that back because I said James Harden couldn't win championship.
I hear you, but also, yes, if you give Harden AD, yes, because AD is in a different world than what Clint Capella is in. They want Clint Capella to be AD.
Yeah.
But if you give Braun that Rockets team, I think Braun would have great success.
No, he wouldn't. Braun and Russ,
no. You would have to have a different guard. You couldn't have Russ there. I think Braun and CP3 would have been great though.
Yeah.
I think Braun and CP3 would have been great.
I disagree with that.
I think Braun and CP3 would have been great. Now Braun and Russ, obviously no. It's the same person.
Anyways, but what do you think about the Lakers? Do you think that the Lakers, so if they're not the best team in the NBA, what are they? Top what?
Top 3.
Okay.
Top 2. Okay. Top 2, top 3.
I'm going to say top. I have them like my top 5. I'm not upset at it. I think we'll see once teams learn how to scheme a little bit better for it. Once LeBron gets some more, mileage on his body, then I'll really start to gauge where they're at. I think I won't really know what the Lakers are until around Christmas. Fair. But let's go ahead. Bulls lose to the Pacers. The Bulls are a terrible team. They look terrible. It's time to fire the coach.
It's not time to fire the coach.
It's time to fire everybody.
Wait. Here's why. It's not time to like Grant. When I was in Chicago, I went to see the Bulls play.
Yeah.
I would say this: their offense, they don't run for the most part any actual basketball. They just pass the ball around the perimeter until somebody decides to do something with the basketball. Literally, like Zach LaVine, every shot he hits is horrible.
Yeah.
It just goes in.
Yeah.
Like, there was a play today. They ran one. I didn't see the whole game. I watched it before I came over here. But there was one play they ran, which was a very, very good play. Yeah. They ran, I think Ryan Arcidiacono, like off 2 screens, right? To create an open look for the corner. Can you guess who was in the corner, though?
Who?
Just guess. Throw out a name.
Wendell Carter Jr.?
Chris Dunn.
Oh, okay.
So you run a 3 for Chris Dunn corner 3. Well, a play for Chris Dunn corner 3.
I mean, you would think that would be an easier shot for him.
No, you wouldn't.
Why?
Like, I don't think Chris Dunn playing the 2 is what you want. Now, if that's Otto there, great. Or even if you run that
Otto
play.
been playing bad this
Or,
season.
like, even if you run that play for Ryan, I think it's better for Ryan. I think Ryan shoot better than Chris Dunn.
Okay.
So it's like, offensively, I got to get Boylen got to step it up. But defensively, that's not his fault. That's not his fault, what I see defensively. They, like, if you look at their starting lineup, they got a lot of guys under 25, still young guys, who basketball IQ isn't there yet.
Yeah. Like,
they got Wendell, Zach, Laurie, even Otto ain't that old, and who else starts? Satoransky.
Yeah,
I think he played, 2 years in the league?
Yeah. 3 years, I believe.
So you got a lot of young guys out there. I think Thaddeus Young right now arguably is the best player on the team, or has been playing the best.
I'm not upset at that. Jazz out of AFC right now.
Like, every time I watch the Bulls, I see. Like, every time I watch the Bulls, Thaddeus Young is one that sticks out to me.
The Blazers still gonna make the playoffs. The Jazz out of AFC right now. Remember, I told y'all that the Suns gonna mess around and actually be the 9th seed. I actually
9th or 8th.
The 9th seed.
I can believe that.
I believe in Devin Booker. I actually believe in him. I think Ricky Rubio is the guy that can actually make him just stop. And that's what I think he needs. But as far as the Bulls, I think they need to fire Jim Boylen.
Not yet. Give him a season.
Yeah, man.
Give him a season.
I can't give him a season. These guys don't look like they're playing well, but I guess we'll see. Anyways, moving on. Let's go ahead and let's hop into the Mavericks. They destroyed the Cleveland Cavaliers. Luka Dončić had 29, 15, and 14. Told you he's already better than LeBron, is he not?
No.
We're gonna talk about this more on Hoops and Brews tomorrow.
He's not better than
Luka
LeBron.
Dončić is better than LeBron.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's
Come
not.
on. Admit
Because
it.
defense,
Admit it.
no.
Admit it. You know it.
No, if you want to say offensively, I'll live with that. But defensively, which is a part of the game, LeBron has been playing all defensive team level defense this season. Luka is not.
Has
Luka
LeBron been playing all defensive?
He should get some votes. I don't know if he'll get on the team, but he should get some votes.
So let's let the whole season come out.
So far,
like I told you, he got a lot of energy right now.
I feel you.
He got a lot of energy right now.
I understand that, but so far,
he ain't even ate Thanksgiving dinner yet.
Okay, neither has Luka.
He only had 3 Taco
Luka
Tuesdays.
Got a whole lot of Luka
actually, LeBron ain't even had 2 whole Taco Tuesdays since he started playing basketball.
Luka ain't even had whatever they main dish in their country is. Luka ain't had that too much either. So let's see.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's move on. Rockets lose to Miami. What's up with you guys? Greatest backcourt of all time.
I'm gonna say it's a Miami loss, bro. I'm gonna say it's a schedule loss. Look, look. Here is my theory. I don't know because I ain't there, but here's my theory. You spent Thursday night in Brooklyn.
Okay.
You go to Brooklyn. Well,
that's back-to-back losses though.
But listen, you go to Brooklyn. When you go to you go to New York. You got Harden there. You know he like to have fun. You got a lot of guys who like to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they went out. Then you spend a Saturday night in Miami. And then play a game at 5 p.m. And you spent a Saturday night in Miami when you go there once a year.
So what?
I think they went out and had fun.
You can't play?
I don't think so.
Whatever.
I don't think so.
Disgusting.
So look, tonight, losses
like this are a reason why they will not be champions.
So listen, tonight, I will excuse. I will judge the Rockets again the next game they play. Tonight, because they played a Sunday game, and they had judging off my Saturday night that I had, I will excuse the Rockets' loss today.
The Rockets have one of the worst plus-minus differentials in the league.
Oh, yeah.
Minus 5.7 right now.
Yeah, this loss helps it. And their defense is also god-awful. Now look, listen. I think the defense would have given up 71 points in the half regardless. I think the offense is just what didn't wake up.
I think that the defense is what wins championships, regardless.
I agree with that.
You even see it with the Raptors. You even see it with the Warriors. The Warriors didn't just win because they got to outscore you. They won because they also played great defense.
I agree with that. Look. The Rockets so far don't look great. I think they'll make the playoffs. Know what they do when they get there? Who knows? But the Rockets right now don't look great. I enjoy watching them because I enjoy seeing a man score 40 points every night. So I'm going to keep watching them. They're going to keep infuriating me. I know what's probably going to happen. But, I'm still watching.
All right. So
I love to see Harden drop 40. I'm still be on the St. James train.
Are the Rockets in trouble?
Trouble, no.
Seriously?
No, trouble, no. Because I still think the defense can improve. Now, I think they can beat any team possibly besides the Clippers. Reason being is look again, Harden.
The Lakers too?
Yes. Because I think perimeter, Harden's averaging 36 points and he can't shoot.
35.3.
35 points and he can't shoot. Imagine if his jump shot wakes up. What is he shooting from the field right now?
Let's see. James Harden this year is currently shooting from the field 42.9. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
37.1% from the field, 21.5% from the 3-point line, 95.8% from the free throw line.
Listen, what if he raises it up to 43% from the field and 35% from 3? He's averaging 45.
He's not gonna average.
He's gonna average 45 points.
He's not gonna average 40.
He's gonna average 40.
If Harden averaged 40, I'll buy you a bottle of Hennessy.
We gotta go bigger than that.
No, hell no.
Okay,
he's not averaging 40. He's not averaging 40.
Look,
Harden's not averaging 40. We're gonna talk about this tomorrow.
Listen,
Rosie, because I don't want to hear
40.
He's not averaging 40.
If he keeps getting to the free throw line, which he still can do, because he's not getting fouled right now. No, he's not making shots, and he's still getting fouled. So imagine when he's hot, and now you have to foul him because you're scared he's gonna make that, because you're gonna play harder because he's hitting no shots from 3. So now you get more 3-point fouls. He might average 40. If he wakes up, he might average 40, bro.
He's not averaging 40.
He might average 40.
He's not.
He might.
He's not.
If he hits 3 more shots a game, he's averaging 40 points.
No, he's not.
40. He's averaging a 40 ball.
He's not. You're tripping.
A 40 ball.
He's not. You're tripping.
Okay.
But anyways, let's go ahead. Let's get ready to get out of here. Any final thoughts on the night? What are your thoughts on this night for covering your first NBA game of your NBA regular season game of the season? How did you feel about it? What are you looking forward to? What are your expectations? We applied for a lot of Clippers games this year. So far, we've done 3. So far we've done 3 regular season. We've done 5 in total, right, or 6 in total so far. Yeah. We're slowly, approaching where we were last year. Because what do you do around 13 to 17? Yeah. So, what are your thoughts?
I'm excited, man. Like I'm excited to see how the NBA season plays. I even went on 2K. They got the injuries up on it now, so I'm restarting my league.
Oh, really?
Starting it with the Cavs. I think I'm starting with the Cavs. I got the injuries on there, so I'm like excited to do another sim of 2K because at first they always had the Lakers winning. Lakers or Rockets.
Yeah.
They would have the Rockets winning 2, and the Clippers would always lose in the second round on 2K. But I'm excited to see what would happen now that Boogie's off the Lakers because they had Boogie and Dwight and AD. Now Boogie is off the Lakers basically. Even a guy like Gerald Green, he's hurt for the Rockets. The Nets were always a little bit better, but now KD is out. So I'm like excited. Yeah, so I'm just like excited to see what happens in the context. Now the Warriors suck as well.
Yeah.
So now when you do the lottery odds, like the Warriors always have like top lottery odds. So what if they mess around and get the number 1 pick and then? So I'm just like excited to see how the game plays out.
Yeah, it's crazy. We went from champions to not mentioning.
But again, what did I tell you? I told you this. I told you it is a rebuilding year and not making the playoffs wouldn't be the worst thing for him. Here's why. Check it out. Everybody's screaming out LaMelo. I don't think they should pick LaMelo. I think the Warriors need a center. There's a guy like James Winston, I think. James something. He's a center. He can he's like if Clint Capella could shoot is what he could be for like the Rockets. If Clint Capella could actually shoot the basketball. I think they need that. I don't think the Warriors need to draft another guard. I think they need to get a center. The one thing they've been searching for this entire run is a center.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would like to see.
Yeah.
Just if it works out in their favor and they get a top pick, we still have to see. But
I'm not upset at that. But my final thoughts of the night are the Jazz are who I thought they were. They're currently 4-3 right now. If Kawhi would have played the last game, they would be 3-4. They're currently right in the playoff picture. They are who I thought they were. Mike Conley is not good anymore.
I think they still would have won that game.
No, they wouldn't have.
I think they would.
No,
they were at home in Utah. Utah won the best home court. I think they
wouldn't have. No, they wouldn't have. But anyways, let's go ahead and I want to get to my stat of the night. I talked to you guys a lot about this guy on my show, the new show in LA. Make sure you go and you check that out. I actually did a halftime show during the Clippers versus the Utah Jazz. I'm going to try to do that when I can. Just really been enjoying making content. So my stat of the night is actually Patrick Beverley, according to the Clippers PR department, in the first half versus Utah, actually set a career high for rebounds. He had 8 rebounds in the first half versus Utah. What are your thoughts on Patrick Beverley this season? I don't really know how to gauge his performance so far. I feel like he's been a spark plug that he needs to be, but I'm still worried that he might be the weak link in their rotation. What are your thoughts?
I think he's been great. Like you said, like if he can't, I think people will attack him, and I think people will try to expose him. And in some games, he may very well get exposed. But that's why you have a lineup where you can do a team where you can do multiple things. Yeah. It's like if he can't shoot, that's fine. But there'll still be times in the game in which you need Pat Beverley. There was a play today, which I think Zubac was trying to get the rebound, but he couldn't get it. Pat Bev comes in and swoops the rebound. Yeah. It's like those little things like that you can't replace. Yeah. Like he's getting 8 rebounds in the first half, bro. That's all effort. Yeah. It's like even those 8 rebounds in the first half might help me win a game in the fourth quarter because we kept those possessions. Yeah. I agree. So it's like, may he be on the court down the stretch because he can't shoot. Well, at least we don't know if he's shown evidence that he can knock down those shots. Yeah. Okay, he might not throw Landry out there, throw somebody else out there, but he does what he's supposed to do. I'm not upset at that. But anyways, let's go ahead. I want to let you all know that if you're currently watching this live stream, Hoops and Brews will be up at 3 p.m. We are back. Pavy's going to come through. We're going to film. I finally got the good internet now, so it'll only take like 13 minutes to upload it after it exports. So Pavy's going to come through tomorrow. We will be doing Hoops and Brews at lunchtime. We will not be live streaming it because it's going to go up immediately after we do that, so there's really no point in live streaming it, so we'll just premiere it. But shout out to everybody out there that actually participated in the stream, that left a chat. Shout out to all of the viewers out there. You guys have been having our viewership go crazy. I appreciate it. Pavy's finally back in the building. He is back in Los Angeles and ready to make some content. Also, make sure you guys go right now and you subscribe to our Patreon page, patreon.com/HB. Help support us. It helps to support our creative endeavors, and we are trying to give you bigger and better content. Where the YouTube channel, the Clippers clips are starting to get a lot more views. Make sure you go and you watch all of the Clippers coverage. Check out Pavy's coverage. Check out my coverage. Check out the post-game coverage. Drop a like on every video. Drop a comment on it. Go actually watch and listen to what everybody's saying
You would be surprised at how much you can learn about the game from just watching the press conferences and listening to the players and to the coaches talk about the game of basketball. Pavy, thank you for joining me tonight on the 2-for-1 show. What do you mean?
Come on, Jay.
What do you mean?
Come on, Jay.
No, come on, Jay.
Why would I not come?
What do you mean? Why? What do you mean?
Come on, Jay.
Thank you for joining me on the 2-for-1 show, Pavy. I appreciate it. Usually you're joining me via Skype. Thank you for coming through to the new studio. I am here.
I will still be joining you via
TPJ Studios.
I'm not always coming to the
exactly.
studio,
That's
so
why.
I'm
That's
still be
exactly
joining you
why
via
I
Skype
said thank
sometimes.
you for joining.
Okay,
me.
fair.
That's
fair,
exactly why I
fair,
said thank you
okay,
for joining
fair,
me on the
fair,
2-for-1
fair,
show.
Fair,
So shout out to Pavy for coming through to
I'll say it
TPJ
right now,
Studios 2.0. Let's get it.
I'll come and be on the show once a week.
That's on you.
I'll come and be on the show whatever day. Other days, let's Skype.
That's on you, fam. The 2-for-1 show will be done. And there will be guests. We're going to try to get more guests on there. Shout out to the homie Darius. Hopefully we can get him on once a week. Any final words?
Back to basketball, man.
All righty. We appreciate it. We will get up with you all later. Thank you very much. Peace out.